listening to The Real with Rachel D on Atlanta's inspirational talk radio, Love 860. All right, everybody, and welcome to The Real with Rachel D. I'm glad that you guys decided to join me again this week as we talk about some celebrity hot topics. Of course, like always, I'm going to give you some great things to get into this weekend. And, of course, we're going to chat a little bit about the craziest things I found on social media this week. I am being joined, like always, with my super fabulous co-host, Miss VJ.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
I am good.
How'd your week go?
It was good. It was kind of quick.
Isn't it? It's always kind of weird when you come back from a holiday.
It is, especially, the broker you are, the quicker your weeks go by. So it was a flash.
And it gets a little depressing because it is holiday season. Christmas is coming up in a couple weeks, and, you don't have any money for those gifts.
But I am couponing, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, we have some great celebrity topics coming up, and we do have a couple special guests, but we're going to go ahead and jump into the topics. We're going to do some stuff Atlanta-related. So, with some Atlanta, what do you call those things, reality shows?
Reality shows.
I forgot. I almost don't watch them anymore because there's actually been a lot of good TV or scripted television. But have you heard of Married to Medicine?
Yes.
So there is a star to Married to Medicine. Her name is Dr. Heavenly. She's a dentist. Mm-hmm. And apparently she's been accused of trying to run over her neighbor.
Yes, child. I heard about that.
So apparently, I don't know, it was something her neighbor, it was in Conyers, Georgia. Mm-hmm. Her neighbor was backing out of his driveway, and allegedly he was signaling for her not to drive.
To stop. And she said she didn't see him. Next thing you know, she drove by and he's beating on her car angrily. Somehow a hammer got involved. So then I guess she turned around and he stood in the way and she tried to run him over.
Yeah, I believe it.
Period. Tried to RIP the neighbor.
I definitely believe it. And here's the hard thing. If the neighbor decides to go to court because she's a reality star, all they have to do is go to the footage of her trying to fight people and her anger and everything. Because now, based off of what I've seen from the show, it's not too hard for me to believe that she tried to do that.
Yeah, but, she's a dentist. And it's just hard to go to someone who's so angry.
A dentist?
I just don't see. I would be afraid to go to her office. I'm just being honest with you. Now she running over folks.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's no update on whether or not there will be any charges filed or anything. But we actually have some more Atlanta news we're going to talk about a little bit later with Tiffany Terrell from Candylicious Gossip. So we're going to move on to Kylie Jenner and Tyga. So last week we talked that they broke up.
Right.
But then they made up.
Exactly.
But apparently they're probably still breaking up because he is moving out of her house.
Okay, so let me ask you. So she just freshly turned 18.
She's too old for him.
And then ain't he what, 42, something like that? Mm-hmm. How is this grown man living with a teenager? Why does she have her own house? What job does she do? Well,
she's, of course, a part of the Kardashian and Jenner clan. And, of course, they have monies coming out of every single pocket. But isn't it somewhat man code to move in with your girlfriend?
Yes, if she a woman, what's she going to make for him? Oreos and a glass of milk? She can't do nothing.
But what if they're double stuffed chocolate Oreos?
He needs somebody who can throw down in the kitchen.
She can pay some people to do that. But, as much as couples are well, we moved out to get our space, when somebody moves out, that's pretty much the downfall.
It's pretty much over. And the last I heard, homeboy was broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of being broke, so he initially wanted to buy a house that was worth $10 million in the same neighborhood as her, Kris Jenner, Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. But he's been denied.
Of course, because he already owes rent to the last apartment place he was in. He got a car repossessed. Tyga need to just call it quits, get a job, and move on.
I hate to do this because it's going to make me sound like such a hater, but I'll take the risk. Brothers, my sweet, loving, delicious chocolate brothers, y'all have to know when there's somebody making a fool of you.
Yes.
Because he was being sued by his landlord, a couple other people in the IRS, and he went out and bought this little girl, this 18-year-old, almost $1 million worth of a Lamborghini. Mm-hmm. She has tons of money. She didn't need that.
No.
So now you don't gave her $1 million, and then within less than 6 months, she's moved you out, and now you're out of $1 million. You owe tons of people stuff, and what are you going to do?
He has a child.
He has a child by Black China, with whom they try to make her seem like the crazy one, the irrational one. And it's look, this Kardashian girl, even if she wasn't a Kardashian, she's 18. That's when you make the dumbest decisions and mistakes.
But my thing is, where is her mama and her daddy? Well, her mama and her is Kris and
Caitlyn.
What did they? You are 18. When I don't care if I was 18. If I go to my mother's house, I'm still. You better leave that door open if you had company. And she has a grown man living in her house.
Exactly.
Child, Tyga need to get his life.
And honestly, sometimes you got to look at, how the daughter is raised. Like, she might not be the best type of girl if the mama will let her do that.
Exactly.
And it's like, you have a child and you're kind of dating a child. I don't know.
It's exploitive. I mean, it's very exploitive.
I don't want to blame Kylie too much because, even though she's a part of the Kardashian-Jenner, clan, she's still 18.
She is 18.
And she's going to think like an 18-year-old.
She is.
And she's going to run home to her mom like an 18-year-old when things are bad.
Going bad. And I feel bad because she's 18 and she looked 27. But,
girl, no, don't even insult 27-year-olds like that. She looks way older.
All that work. I've had more work done on my car than, I'm just saying, it might be tit for tat.
So moving on, and I thought this was very interesting. Okay, so former Destiny's Child member Farrah Franklin. I don't know if you guys remember her. She had a brief stint because remember there was 4 original. It was Beyonce, Kelly, LaToya, and Latavia, I think.
Right.
And then they dropped LaToya and Latavia, and they added Michelle Williams and then Farrah Franklin.
Right.
And then when you blinked a little too hard, then Farrah was gone.
She was gone.
And so she's speaking out. I don't know how long ago that was. It had to be over 10 years ago that she got booted. But she's speaking out and saying that they lied about why she wasn't a part of the group.
They did. She's saying that they just did it to cover up. And I think, didn't Beyonce announce her leaving the group live on MTV?
Yeah.
It was so much shade. Like, this was back when Beyonce was dark skinned, y'all. So I'm just, bae, I seen the pictures. But I'm just saying they tried to make it seem like she wasn't showing up to rehearsals, that she wasn't doing her part, when in reality, it was really some more stuff deeper than that going on.
Of course.
So,
like, I was thinking about this because actually my boyfriend and I were watching an interview with Matthew Knowles in the Breakfast Club, like on our way down for Thanksgiving. And Beyonce was destined to succeed. Like, I wouldn't lie, I'd be intimidated if my father was the manager,
right,
my mother was the stylist and the hairstylist, my cousin over here is the road manager.
Exactly.
Like, you weren't going to win. You had to fall in line or else.
Or be gone.
And so that's what happened. She said that it wasn't because she missed any shows. It wasn't because she was lazy. It's because she felt Matthew was being aggressive and mistreated her.
Yeah.
And she probably stuck up for herself. I remember hearing this interview. She said, unlike Kelly, Michelle, and Beyonce, she didn't come from a homely place.
Right.
Where, mom was there, dad was there, they were loving and supportive. She kind of grew up a little rough.
Right.
So, it showed in her attitude. And the moment, I guess, she spoke up or talked back, she was out of here.
Yeah, she didn't want that scene happening from the locker room in Players Club because it was about to go down. Farrah, do not play.
So moving on. So speaking of shade, because we already said, Beyonce threw some shade at Farrah on MTV. Did you see the Soul Train Awards this weekend?
I did. It was great.
What happened?
Erykah Badu was the host, and Erykah Badu came through only like Erykah Badu can. And it was so interesting. Part of her, I Can Make You Put Your Phone Down, her mixtape that's coming out, she kind of acted like she was talking to different people on the phone throughout the show. Now, one time she said that, Badu can make you change your life based on the behavior of all the guys she's dated in the past. So she said people don't like her around real rappers. When she said that, she got a call from Iggy Azalea and said, you know what, you're cool because you're not a real rapper. The audience was just like, ooh, like in the middle school cafeteria, ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But Iggy heard it, so.
It was pretty bad. But you know what? I thought about this. I'm like, why don't we like Iggy? And I know Wendy Williams said this, and I hate it. Like, I love Wendy, but I hate her opinion sometimes. She really thinks it's because she's white.
Yeah.
And she's like, black people can hate on her. It's not that. Like, I think to me, her style of rapping has changed.
Right.
When Fancy came out, it was very upbeat, pop culture, and fun. Then all of a sudden, she's trying to roll with Snoop Dogg and trying to be like a hardcore rapper. Like, she's had this life in ATL or Compton in the streets, and it's like you're not that person.
No, you are from Australia, kangaroos and koala bears. What? I think she just didn't represent what they couldn't relate to her.
Yeah.
So I think that's what she just wasn't very relatable.
Exactly. And so I can go ahead and tell Iggy that, Erykah's not apologizing. I know that her and Snoop had a little beef and T.I. had to talk to Snoop and Snoop apologized. Erykah's not apologizing.
And she should not.
She said exactly what she said.
That was Erica came for. That was
she
so
did,
funny.
and it was so smooth. I like Erica Badu. Okay, so moving on real quick. So I'm not sure if this is petty, or I'm not sure if I understand. So do you remember the NFL player Tim Tebow?
Yes.
So he was dating. He's 28 years old, and he has been known for abstaining from sex for marriage. He's very huge in his religion,
For
Christianity.
abstinence. Mm-hmm.
So he was dating the former Miss America. Her name is Olivia.
Coco.
Yes. And so she dumped him for not being willing to have sex with her.
Well, I don't see the point in getting a relationship to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point in having a car if you can't drive it?
Well, what if it's like a classic luxury car that you don't drive?
If you don't drive it, baby, that engine gonna lock up and ain't gonna be no good to nobody. So she just was like, you know what? I got to go.
But at the same time, he is known for abstaining from sex. I know you're Miss America, Miss USA, and you probably think you're just the hottest thing. And I bet you she thought I could turn him around. I know I could change his mind. Yeah, blew a hole in your ego real quick.
Tim Tebow, he is very, very, he sticks to his religion and he sticks to his beliefs. So I think maybe she thought she was going to flex and nothing happened. It kind of reminded me about Sierra and her dude. You know, like
Russell
the
Wilson?
abstinence thing is real big right now. But, I mean, I can just, as far as people trying to put out that nice, wholesome image. So, and I can appreciate that.
I can't.
I can appreciate, I'm not going to, live it. I can appreciate.
So, good luck to Tim Tebow, and hopefully he finds somebody who appreciates his abstinence. Now we're going to bring on from CandyLiciousGossip.com. We have Tiffany Terrell, who's going to kind of give us some insight on what's going on with the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Hey, ladies, how are you?
Good.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Not long enough, but go ahead.
So, my question is, what Real Housewives of Atlanta got into a brawl recently?
Ooh.
I heard that Portia and Cynthia, right?
Yes. So, Cynthia, of course, trying to keep her peach. And I think she's just being very messy. So, of course, her and Peter got into it like an episode before, and they have had marital problems. So Kenya decided to take all of them and have ladies' day on this boat or whatever. So Cynthia and Portia got into it.
Wow.
So they're saying that basically Cynthia kicked Portia in the stomach.
Is that
She did.
Yeah.
I actually watched the episode. Like they cut off right before the physical part of it happened.
Right.
And I remember thinking about it. I'm like, Cynthia did get ultra sensitive, but at the same time, sometimes when people are going through stuff like Cynthia was, I just don't feel like joking with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where that happened.
Isn't Cynthia like a model, or is she real tall?
Pretty girls can whoop butt too.
Oh, I know that had to been a big foot flying at her.
So she said she got mad because she was slinging around the B word.
Yeah.
Child, she slung it back with that foot though, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she said she had a flashback from when Portia dragged Kenya.
Lord.
She was like, I had to defend myself. So,
And I
she
agree.
was trying to keep that peach, honey. But Portia got knocked down to a friend for putting hands on somebody. So that's not fair that people get to keep their peach.
No. Let's remember.
Okay.
Let's flash back to that day where Kenya was antagonizing the heck out of. She deserved that. She did. I would have took her down myself too.
Yeah, no,
with
but
the
I'm
pointing and all that stuff.
But they took her peach and basically like she's not getting the same pay as the rest of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that's what I'm saying. So that's not fair. That everybody get to have their altercation, and here she come, and then you want to kick me. And of course she laid down because she didn't want to get any more trouble. So
right.
Yeah, but we never know. It's in the middle of the season. We never know what happens for the next season.
Exactly.
But Tiffany, thank you again for joining us and giving us some insight on what's going on in Atlanta news.
Yes.
Guys, I just want to remind you to go on social media and support us. Go to The Real with Rachel D on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and SoundCloud. And coming up, we have Lil Janet Jackson featuring Missy Elliott. Bump it up. Keep it here.
All right. We are back, and that was Mally Music with Beautiful. And I am so...
Wait, what did I say before?
Girl, you said bum it up with Janet Jackson. It's burn it up.
I said bum it up.
You did.
Oh.
But it's okay.
It could still go either way.
It can, yes, girl.
Okay, go ahead.
But we are very pleased to announce our guest for today, Miss Ramaiseya is in the house.
Hello.
Welcome, girl. Welcome.
Hi, how are you all doing?
Good.
We're doing good.
That's good. I'm doing well, too.
So we have a lot in common, all of us. We are young. We're in Atlanta. We do a million things at once, trying to figure out how do we sleep, eat, do all these things, and still have a tiny bit of a social life. I still don't know. But it's all good because we love what we do.
Yes. I agree. I definitely agree.
So can you start by telling us about yourself?
Well, my name is Ramaiseya, like they said before, and I have so much stuff going on, so I guess I'll start off with my online talk show. I have an online talk show on YouTube. It's called Rated Talk, RATEDDTALK. And it's basically just a women's show where we basically talk about everything. We talk about celebrities, we talk about relationships. We give you a little bit of beauty, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of lifestyle, and it's just so much fun. It includes me plus 4 other ladies, and it's just absolutely amazing. And we just started. We're actually in our season finale. Our next episode debuts Friday, and that is our season finale, episode 4, and we'll start a new season in January. So I'm so excited about that. So that's one thing, and then the other many things that I have my own personal website called Rated Ramaiseya, and that's my brand, and it's the RATEDD as well. I have a site for moms called Rated Mommy. It's just for moms with daughters because I'm a mom and I have a 8-year-old daughter, so I just love, little girls are just so much fun. Like you can just treat them like your little mini-me's. So I just wanted a site where, moms can come and just get so much information for their little ones. And then I have a clothing line for women debuting in January called Shop Rated R. So I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to get it on and popping. I'm trying to build me a brand like Oprah.
Yes.
Like, I'm serious out here.
Wow, Ramaiseya, you are so busy.
I'm trying to stay busy.
Wow, and that is that's like very motivating to be able to do so. And then you reach out to every, point of view from the women. You talk about the fashion, what's popular, to the moms, and now you have the fashion for yourself. Girl, you go.
I'm trying, Lou. I'm trying.
Well, let me ask you, so what made you, when did you know this is something you wanted to do?
I think it's just always been inside of me. I kind of got into acting when I was around 8 years old. So I always have wanted to be in front of the camera. I went to Clark and I had got a degree in mass media. And that's when I really just started to embark on television and film and just anything in front of the TV. And I've always just had a love for beauty and fashion and all that type of thing. So I'm like, let me just start to build a brand that encompasses everything, that has the fashion, the beauty, the entertainment, everything. And that's kind of just how Rated R, which is Rated Ramaiseya, that's just kind of how it was born. Just something for women that I feel like women can get a little bit of everything, for themselves.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's small now, but I know that as we continue to nurture it and grow, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna be big.
Agree.
Absolutely. If I can say something, because it is the real, so I want to get really real, and I'm not gonna put your business too far out there, but it's a good thing. You had a daughter young, and a lot of times I've met a lot of girls. We make decisions, we make mistakes sometimes, or bad decisions, and we tend to beat ourselves up. We swear, I wanted to be president, now I can't. I wanted to do this, now I can't because I did this. And, a lot of times you got to teach these people, it's like, okay, I tripped, I'm running the race, I tripped, okay, I got back up and I ran it and I can win it. And it's okay to feel that way. So for you to have, had a child young, you aren't on welfare, you're not fighting it out with chicks in the club, you're like, yo, it happened, I love my daughter, but I have dreams and goals, and I've always had these dreams and goals, and I'm going to do it. And that's what, women need to see to inspire to.
They really
and that's
do.
so important to me. I think that's another reason what the brand is built on. Just showing women that you can be a mom, you can be sexy, you can have fun, you can have it all.
Yes.
You just don't have to be, I'm just a mom, that's it, I'm a mom, I can't do this, I'm a mom. Yes, you can. You can have that same dream that you had when you were 14. You can have it being a mom, being a single mom, a married mom, it doesn't matter. So hopefully it just encourages women to just do you, boo,
Girl,
and do it beautifully. That's the whole purpose of the brand.
Oh, y'all, let's get Rated R, y'all. Miss Ramaiseya, yes. I mean, that is so, because we were seeing the camaraderie between black women when Davis got accepted her award. Yes, I love that, and that's what we need to see. We need to build each other up,
and that's really what we do. Like I constantly have this battle about how we're portrayed in the media. It's like, no, we're not ratchet hair pulling chicks. Is there some? There's a couple. Just there's crazies in everywhere you go. But the Michelle Obamas, the Beyonces, the Oprahs, that is us.
That's
us.
That's the strength, the beauty. That is us. But we don't get that.
We don't get enough shine.
We don't.
We don't get enough. The attention is only on the negative women. They're not on the positive women out here making such a major difference and a major change. And I hope that for things like this and Rated R and all these companies, that we can just start to shine light on women who are out here doing it and doing it positively. You know, not trying to do it for a check or not trying to do it for attention, but just doing it for the love. You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's, you have to stand up and you have to sometimes be that face.
Yes.
And sometimes it's hard. People want to say stuff. They'll stick stuff to you. Like, I've heard it all. Black women attitude, black women. Like, nobody takes accountability, by the way. Nobody wants to be like, well, I did make her mad. No, we just wake up one day with these attitudes, of course. But they're like, black women are this and that. But black women, we're the highest educated in race and in gender.
Yes.
Like, we carry this world on our back and we get no appreciation for it. So a lot of times it's like, you know what, we could succumb to how they view us, or we could just be like, look, I'm the SHIT, and you just have to accept it. You have to. And then they say that black women, studies have shown that we have the highest self-esteem.
Yes,
and it's like, because we earned it. Like, we know we're good. We know we
done
work
been
hard.
through enough. Yeah, we deserve it.
Exactly.
Everything that we got, we deserve it.
Exactly.
That is amazing. So, Ramaiseya, tell me, how can people get in contact with you?
They can follow me on Instagram at just Ramaiseya, RAMAISEYA_. They can follow me on Twitter, same thing. They can follow me on Facebook. That's the same thing. And they can also follow the show at Rated Talk, RATEDDTALK. We're all over social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything. You know, so if they can either follow my personal page or the business pages, it's completely up to them. But you'll still get a lot of me and all of it.
Okay. That is excellent. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to have to log on and check you out.
Please.
Absolutely.
I mean, I need to catch up so I can catch that finale.
You gotta catch up.
I got to catch up.
You got to catch up.
Girl, yes.
So if you will stay with us, we want to talk. I found some crazy things on social media. Plus, we want to rehash some of these celebrity topics and kind of get your perspective of it. So we want you to come back after this. But guys, you're listening to The Real with Rachel D. And coming up, we have Forever Don't Last, Jasmine Sullivan. Keep it here.
All right. And that was Jasmine Sullivan with Forever Don't Last. And you are back with The Real with Rachel D. And we have our esteemed guest, Miss Rated R, Ramaiseya herself.
Hi.
So thank you for joining us again.
You're
we wanted to definitely keep you on so we can get your input on the crazy social media topics we had. So guys, last week was Thanksgiving, and then of course after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, which I try to stay away from because you always hear the craziest stories, and I'm not trying to be on somebody's World Star hip hop video. But there was a lot of World Star hip hop videos of the Black Friday fights.
Yes, it went down Friday, the same day after being thankful. Thank you, Lord. Get out my way. That's my TV.
Exactly.
But did y'all see the video where they was with the steamers and they snatched it out the baby's hand?
Yes.
That baby didn't know what was going on. I don't think that baby knew what they were holding.
The baby looked like she was still half asleep.
Yes.
Like, I'm just like, come on.
Did you hear what audio?
No.
She said, why are you harassing me?
Yeah.
Why
the white lady who took it was like, I'm afraid she's harassing me. And it's like, how did you flip this on her? Did you not snatch something out of her baby's hand?
But did you see that quick reaction, that Jackie Chan reaction, how she grabbed that hair? Yep. I mean, that was like a Matrix
She didn't even drop none of the steamers.
She had like 9 steamers. Give me that. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
That was all that for a steamer, though.
Steamer.
Like, is this really that serious? Like, come on now. It's a steamer.
They was diving on the floor, grabbing. I think it's just that mass hysteria for deals.
Yeah.
Child.
And then with the woman, though, who snatched it, it was crazy because there were like 10 steamers still on the floor.
On the floor.
So what was the point?
I think.
The point.
And then if you hear what she said, she really was like, she's harassing me. She's hurting me. I think she was trying to set her up.
She was.
To make her look like the crazy, violent black woman. And it's like, no, you touched her child. You lucky you still standing right now.
Yes. Yes, because I was late, and when that video cut, I said, "Oh, the good part. I'm missing the good part." So, but then I also saw how people all over, even in the Mall of America and Georgia Mall, these people hordes rushing in for sales.
But why? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you're saving what? $50, $100, but don't you realize that I just got an email yesterday from Forever 21 saying, "Hey, Black Friday is still on. We still have the same deals." So it's just like, what's the point? Like, it's just not that serious.
I do not get it. I mean, I actually went out on Black Friday. It had so many police. I swear that you would think the president was in town just to be at the stores.
Oh yeah.
So I wasn't afraid, but I'm just like, man, please come on, don't trip while we in the store.
All for a steamer. And a TV.
For a steamer and a TV from Walmart. It's going to last 30 days. You have to get another one.
Exactly. Now you're plastered all over social media because it's not like it was. Because I remember my mom taking us to Black Friday. It wasn't even that serious back then.
It wasn't.
But now people are fighting and hurting each other and going to jail. Now the money you was going to spend on that TV is going to your bill. So
exactly.
Merry Christmas.
These folks.
So here's another thing. It's a little sad. It's definitely sad, but it's just crazy how people and their tempers are. A man, he shoots a Waffle House server in the head because she asked him to put out a cigarette.
Yes.
No,
the guy's name is something Mount. What it was, he went to Waffle House. It was like maybe 2, 3 in the morning. He started to light up a cigarette. The waitress kindly asked him to put it out. And next thing you know, he pulls out a gun. He pointed it at the waitress. She actually, this came out today. She tried to hide from him. He got up, stood over, leaned over the counter to where she was cowering and put the gun to her head. So she was 52 and pronounced dead after the shooting. He then went to the bathroom, came out, and just waited for the police.
All because she did her job and told him not to smoke in the Waffle House.
In the Waffle House.
No, that was a little deeper than that. Something had took place with him, his mental before then, because that's crazy. Over a cigarette?
Yeah.
He killed her. How old was he? Was he a young guy?
No, he was older. He looks like he's in his early 50s, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just these days, people, you don't know what they're going through. I mean, and she didn't even come wrong at him. So, it's just,
And that's the scary thing right there, because I've had incidents at my job where people, they get so upset and you're like, you don't know what to do. It's like, I don't want to cower it down because I feel like I shouldn't have to, but you could be the next person to come in here and shoot the whole place up, and then what?
And it's not that serious.
And it's not. And I'm not going to be funny, but I love Waffle House, especially 3 o'clock in the morning. But it just lets you know, I don't care. You have to always be alert of your surroundings.
That's so
true. That's why I call ahead and just get my order to go. I mean, it's safety. It's safe. They make the best cheese eggs. Just call it in, run in, and come back out. I'm just saying. Where else can you get a pecan waffle?
And if you see somebody smoking a cigarette, don't say nothing.
I'm not going to say nothing. You want some extra syrup? I'll pour it for you. Nathan. I'm not saying Nathan to you. Yes, sir. Is it good? It's delicious.
Just so we have an understanding, you know that there's a spot in hell waiting for you, right?
I'm just saying. They probably got cheese eggs. But it's a safety thing. So if it's late at night, just call ahead. Call your order in. It's just because you don't want who you sitting with. Just be safe.
I agree.
Just call it in.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
I do, but I feel like maybe this lady could have been in a between a rock and a hard place. Because think about it, your boss is like somebody smoking. You need to handle that. So you have to do your job.
I would have told boss you go do that.
Exactly. and now I bet you they're having to change all kind of procedures because of this.
Yeah.
But it's just. It's sad. Just when it comes down to it, it's sad. So,
and it's scary that you can't work. Like, you can't do anything nowadays. You can't go to school. You can't go to church. You can't do anything without having to look over your shoulder.
That fear, you just gotta stay prayed up.
Absolutely.
Amen.
So let's rehash some of our hot celebrity topics. Okay. So we'll start with Married to Medicine. You ever watch that?
I do. I love reality TV. Yeah, I'm real into it.
Would you do one?
No. Okay, yeah, I would do one like, I don't know if y'all remember Lala's Full Court.
Yes.
I would do something like that. But if fighting and no. Nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that.
Well, apparently Dr. Heavenly does, and she has time to potentially run over her neighbor. So you do watch Married to Medicine. Like, do you believe this? Because you've seen her.
I do. Dr. Heavenly is a trip. She's a vacation, a trip. Like, she's a trip. So I'm not shocked that this happened. Like, it doesn't shock me because, and then she's very vocal, and like if you don't agree with her, she's quick to kind of snap at you.
What?
So It's sad, but yeah, I can see it happening.
Is she a dentist?
She's a dentist.
She ain't
And
getting in my
I
mouth.
heard she's a very prominent dentist. Like, she does very well, but...
She fixed Mama D's teeth.
And
You saw that video when she tried to sing and they spit out?
Well, it was a miracle, so she had to go to Dr. Heavenly.
So she know what she doing. She just maybe got a bad temper.
Goodness gracious. But running over folks with your car, that's the ultimate most.
Especially when you're rich and famous. You don't think they're going to
And
remember
did this,
you?
like, how long ago did this happen?
This was just recently.
Yeah, earlier this
This
week, I
is
think.
scary. Wow. That's...
Yeah. So, let's move on. Kylie Jenner and Tyga. What do you think about that whole fiasco? Because I have to say one thing. Like, I know 17 is close to 18, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, if we're going to do to Jared Fogle, whatever his name is, even though the chicks he slept with were 16, 17, how does Tyga, being at the age of 25, can get away with sleeping with her and nobody say anything?
But it really started when she was 16, though. It's been a couple
It's
years
been a
now.
minute. And it could have been earlier than that because they've been hanging around
For a while.
for a minute. Because, when Kim and Black China were best friends, they had to obviously be around each other then, So I just think with those Kardashians, they just kind of can get away with anything. I just think the world and the media loves them so much. So I just kind of think when it comes to them, it's not really many consequences. So,
what about the guys? Like, no offense, but I don't think that there's any guy who's dealt with them that has came out okay.
No.
From Bruce,
except for Kanye.
Caitlyn. Well, he's still there, but
Yeah.
Kanye had a tick before he even met Kim, so it might be a match made in heaven.
Right.
But then, what's his name? Scott Disick is in rehab on drugs. We all know what happened to Lamar Odom and Kim's other people she's dated, from Chris Humphries to what's the guy who football players, Miles Austin or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
You just don't hear about him anymore. It's
Ray J.
what's his name? Yeah, well, you hear about Ray J. It's probably the only one else. But no, why do you think that they keep migrating? Do you think it's a publicity thing? Because I probably wouldn't have known too much about Tyga if I didn't.
Yeah.
I like the Kardashians. I do, but I just feel like everything they do is publicity related. I think every move that they make, it has a purpose and it has a plan. So I would say the whole thing is based off of publicity.
You think they're gonna last?
Come on. Come on. She's 18. Like, really? She's going to go through a whole ton of dudes. Like, she's so young.
Yep.
This isn't it for her. Like, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Like, come on.
And the crazy thing that I think that he did, that a lot of men tend to do, was disrespect his child's mother to probably prove something to Kylie.
Yeah. Right.
And now that, because he moved out of her house. Like, no guy, he got put out. That was a nice way of saying, essentially, she was like, you might need to find another place. Now, the woman who has your child, with whom you could have rebuilt stuff with, you publicly humiliated her to make little 17-year-old over here feel better about herself.
Exactly.
And I hate when men do that. It's like, you ain't gotta put me down to try to, if
Just
she
to
don't
build
feel
her
good.
up.
That's that
Yeah.
baby daddy shade.
Yep, exactly. But good luck to them. This whole thing is gonna
Good
fall
luck.
through.
Good luck.
I wish y'all the best.
Absolutely.
But
You said, but you got some more to add to
no,
that?
I'm trying to keep my lips sealed. I just have such a problem with it. I mean, you already have guys who move in with chicks because he can't afford nothing and he broke. And where's music at?
Exactly.
Child, you need to have
You
a
don't
seat.
make music.
But anyways, so BJ, what is the hashtag of the week?
This is Miss BJ from The Real with Rachel D, and it is time for the hashtag of the week. So, my hashtag of the week, Rachel, just from everything that's gone on this week, my hashtag is come with it. So, just like how Cynthia came with it with that foot, and Dr. Heavenly came with it with that car. So, and you just have to, I guess, be on your toes. And if somebody try you, just tell them, you know what, come with it. So, especially Black Friday, child, they came with it.
Oh, yeah.
So, and left with it.
I was just going to say and left with it too.
Exactly.
I'm still tripping how that mama still, I don't know, black mamas, y'all have 10 arms we don't know about. Because she held on to them 2 steamers, held on to that baby, and grabbed that chick. And I think she had another arm that was free.
We got superpowers, baby.
You know how moms be, they had a baby car seat in one, 9 bags of grocery in another, checking the text, I open the door, I'm on my way in. And I'm like, how is they this strong?
Yeah, and that's another reason why I love being a black woman. We're pretty awesome. So, guys, make sure you keep it here to The Real with Rachel D. Just another quick reminder to show us some support on social media at The Real with Rachel D on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Coming up, we have Don't Think They Know. It's Chris Brown featuring Aaliyah.
All right, we are back with The Real with Rachel D, and that was Chris Brown featuring Aaliyah, Don't Think They Know. Well, let me ask you a question. So that was, really, is it Aaliyah featuring Chris Brown? Or is this like some uncovered track, or is she pulling a Tupac?
You know what? Well, no, I'm pretty sure she's dead. But I don't think that Tupac's dead. Or do I think Michael Jackson's dead?
Well, you know, Tupac come out with a song for a minute. It was like every few months he coming out with a song. So
they say the artists they record tons of stuff, and we only hear a fraction of the stuff. Yeah, but I'm glad that Chris Brown and other artists like Drake is keeping Aaliyah's legacy and music alive. So kudos. But we're still in studio. We're about to wrap up the show, but I just have to ask you, ladies, what are you getting into this weekend?
I don't know.
She just went through her whole agenda.
Yeah, like I don't know. Whatever pops up. I have a daughter, like I said, she's extremely busy, so we operate on her schedule.
Oh.
And then probably get into like a little Christmas party for the talk show. Just some cool, fun things, but I don't really know. No definite plans.
I am not certain. I'm gonna try and catch some maybe if they got any specials left for Friday, Black Friday. So I'm going to get my bulletproof vest and my baseball bat.
You're not done fighting, girl? You got to go in there one more time?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
Well, I, of course, will be packing and everything for my cruise that I'll be taking next week. So I'm super excited. BJ's going to hold down the fort while I'm out. But for those out there who do not have anything to get into this weekend, of course, it's the holiday season. The Christmas always starts straight after Halloween.
Yeah.
So all of this has been going on. But we are officially in December and in the Christmas spirit. So why don't you spend your Christmas time at the Georgia Aquarium? So the festival of the season features lights and music show, tree lighting ceremonies, Santa and Scuba Claus, and live entertainment at the Georgia Aquarium. You get free, if it's your birthday, you get free entrance, but there are discount tickets, and that's going on between now and Christmas Day. And that's in downtown Atlanta. Something else, because it's always great to look at the lights, you can look at the lights at the Speedway. That is actually 28 miles south. You can drive past 3 million lights and displays at the Holiday Light Spectacular, which includes the Santa's Village, Christmas Tree Forest, and Carnival rides at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And that goes until Christmas Day. And if you don't want to go south, you can go a little bit. Is Marietta north?
Yeah.
So, there you go. See, I know my direction. So, you can go a little bit north to the Christmas Lights in Marietta. Lights at Life. Oh, yeah, that's where that is. Life University is open every day with the 1.5 miles of holiday lights displays, kids' activities, and concessions at Life University. And finally, in Centennial Park, if you want to keep it downtown, you can stroll through the Winter Wonderland at Centennial Park when it's lit by thousands of lights for the holiday. And, of course, that is going till January 3rd. So I believe that one's free, and the one at Life University is free. So for us on the budget people, we got tons of lights and tons of activities to get into for the holiday seasons.
Yeah, that Speedway one sounds interesting. I wonder if Dr. Heavenly's going.
Messy.
Thank you. Somebody else said it. Thank you. Now you're going to have to look before you cross the street when you get in the parking lot, BJ.
I know. It'll poison my toothbrush.
So thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you for being a guest on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell everybody one more time where they can find more information about you?
Follow me on Instagram at Ramaiseya, RAMAISEYA _ Facebook, Twitter. Like I said, you can always hit up my online talk show, Rated Talk, RATEDD. TALK, and we're everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course. And we have a new show debuting this Friday, the season finale.
All right, guys, and just a quick reminder for us, make sure you go on social media and support us on all the major social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And I'm going to miss you guys for next week, but of course I have so much confidence in my co-host, Miss BJ, who's going to hold it down. So let's wrap it up this weekend. BJ, take us out.
All right. Well, guys, we are going to listen to Ms. Marsha Ambrosius, Spend It On My Time, featuring Charlie Wilson.
See y'all next week.
Bye-bye.